Hi, and welcome to Fynone. There have been a good number of updates this week as well. So we will quickly go through the updates for the release of 17th May 2024. To start with, it starts from the profile page. So we've removed a bunch of fields. For example, the logo, etc. is removed. It's now available as part of the edit profile. So we just have an account name and a GST ID that is optional, PIN code that's mandatory, and then another optional field as a preferred UPI app. And if you want to add the profile logo, etc., you could do it from the edit profile page. Next up is an introduction of a whole range of pricing plans. So when you go to account management, under pricing plan, you will see that we now have three pricing plans as basic, standard, and pro. Basic starting as low as 124 per month, billed annually at 1488. And this gives you access to all these modules except accounting modules and tax compliance modules. Standard gives access to all the modules, including accounting modules, and the Pro will give you access to the tax compliance and GST compliance, including e-invoice, e-waybill generation and management. So on the left menu also you have this change where certain menus have moved up and down. So you have basic that comprises of all these modules, and then the standard, and then the pro. So in case you do not have access, or suppose you enroll for basic plan, then you will see a lock symbol against this standard and pro, and you when you click you will be redirected to this pricing plan page to upgrade your plan and to continue from there on. Secondly, all the plans now give you a 21 days free trial access up from the earlier 7 days access. So it gives you 15 days of standard plus 6 days extended, where during those 6 days you will be reminded of renewal, but you can always close the browser and continue, close the pop-up and continue doing your activities. After those 6 days, that is after 21 days in total, you will be mandated to choose a pricing plan before you do any activity here. So when you choose, let's say you start off on day zero itself, let's say you want to have 21 days of access on our e-invoice e-waybill module, you can enroll for the pro plan with 21 days free trial access. And after that, you can continue to renew that plan. So there is no restriction now to say that you can only do basic plan for 21 days. You can enroll into any of these plans for a 21 days free trial access. Then coming to loans and investments, we have both on loans taken, loans given, as well as investments. During the add loan stage, we there is the addition of the mode. So earlier this payment mode was missing, and only bank accounts were displayed. Now there is this addition of payment mode and the option to change to choose cash and other modes as well. So loans, that is loans given, loans taken, as well as investments, have now incorporated this payment mode option. Then, of course, is the big launch of accounting modules. In the last video, we saw certain unposted transactions. So it was early days. Now we have completed the income and collections section completely. So the entire set of transactions on the income and collection side, which would be bill creation, credit note creation, payments, deductions, etc., will all get accumulated under this section called as unposted transactions. And then you can change the account head and the sub account head, etc., which we have seen in the earlier video as well. Now to push them to the chart of accounts, that is to post these transactions, you can individually select those transactions or multi-select them and click on this button called as post to chart of accounts. One by one transaction will move out of here and move into the chart of accounts tab. So you just click on post to chart of accounts. Immediately the transactions will move out of here. You will have to wait for a few seconds because each transaction there is a double entry in the respective account heads. So once you given a few seconds, the chart of accounts get populated. We will visit that very shortly. So this covers income and collections. The next release includes expense and payments, assets, liabilities, as well as equity. So all of those are getting added as part of the unposted transactions in the next release. Coming to the chart of accounts, we have covered both journal and ledger at the moment. So you will see the transaction date wise, the account heads and the subtype and the debits and the credits as part of the journal entries that you can download as an CSV format, and auto computed ledger as well based on account head and account category. So for example, if you're looking at accounts receivable, you can see the transaction dates, you can see the particulars, that is name of the customer, how much is the debit, how much is the credit, and what is which side has the balance, and you can also export as CSV. We are coming up with hyperlinks on each of these transactions to lead it to an invoice detail and the option to also download that invoice in a PDF format, etc. very shortly. So on each of these, it could be say financial income, it could be the cash and bank balances where the particulars will include the bank nicknames. Then it could also be the tax amounts. So in be it SGST, CGST, IGST, or even nil rated taxes or TDS and other direct taxes as well. You have these account ledgers getting created with the particulars showing the percentage, the tax percentage, and and the relevant details with the option to even export it as a CSV format. Now, once the data is pushed into the journal and ledgers, then that is when you move the transaction from an unposted transaction to a chart of accounts, then you cannot delete or cancel that from the income and collections or the expense and payments module unless you remove the transaction from the chart of accounts. So for example, if you go to the income and collections, and if you already pushed a transaction or posted a transaction to the chart of accounts, and now here you try to cancel that invoice, you will see this alert message saying invoice cannot be cancelled as it's pushed to chart of accounts. Remove this invoice from the accounting module and retry the cancellation. Right? So that that covers the accounting module, and as I mentioned very shortly, the assets, liabilities, as well as equity will get added to the chart of accounts, and it will get displayed also as part of the ledger, etc. And then subsequently, you would have the trial balance balance sheet, the revised P&L. So we already have the P&L as part of financial metrics. You will see the revised P&L now linked to the journal entries as well as the cash flow statement. And with that, we will build additional intelligence and analytics as part of the accounting module updates. Hope you like this update. Thank you so much for watching. Continue using Fynone. Take care. Bye.